The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Tax the rich, feed the poor, tell there are no rich no more.
A lot of people, I was surprised watching all last year with Colin Kaepernick. Guy praised a murdering thug dictator. He had socks that depicted cops as pigs and other issues. He actually donated to a charity that actually supported a cop killer. And then we saw the NFL. And you took it on, it appears, based on the letter that Roger Goodell put out yesterday, that Donald Trump initiated a debate over standing for the flag and our anthem and those that fought, bled, and died, and looks like you won.
So I watched Colin Kaepernick, and I thought it was terrible. And then it got bigger and bigger and started mushrooming. And frankly, the NFL should have suspended him for one game, and he would have never done it again. They could have then suspended him for 2 games, and they could have suspended him if he did it a third time for the season, and you would never have had a problem. But I will tell you, you cannot disrespect our country, our flag, our anthem. You cannot do that.
Obviously, the people of the country are with you. Hundreds of thousands of people fought, bled, hundreds of thousands died fighting under that flag.
Welcome to Pod Talk, everybody. I'm Jim.
And I'm Paul, over here incognito.
I'm leaving the room on the left of me there just so Paul, in case he gets lonely, he can come over and show his face.
No, that's fine. I'm cool with this. So, what do you think of the boat? What's going on, Jim?
The boat?
The boat?
Is that what you said?
No, I said a boat.
Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah, that is the clip you played.
Yeah, like I said, it would have took care of everything if that's how they played it out.
I mean, look, I've had this argument with a gazillion people, and they do have a right to voice their opinion, just not at work. I'm paying you through viewing and merchandising to be my buffoon, all right? And while you're there, you're supposed to do what you're obligated to do. If you don't like it, that's too bad. You can protest it off the field. You don't like the way things are, and don't get me wrong, I don't like everything the way things are. But I'm not going to work and making some kind of big fucking protest about it. It's the last place I'm going to do it, because I like my job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why would you? I don't know. All you're doing is pissing off 50% of the fucking your audience. I think it's a stupid idea. I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. Once again, you have the right to protest. Do it on your time, not on my dime. And that's that.
Right, don't do it during the national anthem.
Yeah.
It's like they said, well, when we do this, it'll piss off white people bad.
Yeah.
Let's do it during the anthem. Yeah, that's a good idea. We don't give a fuck about the country anyway.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't.
They think, like, life threw them a fucking curveball. Yeah, they did. A fucking great curveball. You're making $20 million.
Yeah, I know.
The fuck? How ungrateful can you be? Because
they feel guilty because they're making all this money, so they're going to come up with a cause that they can, they'll feel better about.
Well, then, if you want to feel better, give your money away.
That's what he did. He donated to a cop killer.
Well, that's probably not the best way to fucking do something.
Well, Kaepernick did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. Give to a good cause. Something that helps the people, that give to the church in the neighborhood you grew up in, so they can help people that they directly know. You know what I mean? They're on a first-name basis with these people. If you really give a fuck, that's how you do it. fucking protesting the national anthem. What in the name of God do you hope to gain by that? Nothing.
No, they got what they wanted. You know what I mean? They wanted attention, not toward the attention they wanted it directed towards, but they got the attention of the American people. This is your idea of protesting. We don't like it.
But the thing is, it's only going to hurt them.
Well, that's what I said. We don't like it, and they won't take the message. You know what I mean? We're going to do it week after week after week.
I haven't been watching football. I haven't watched a football game all year. We're in week 5. Haven't watched a game all year. Oh, no, I did.
Yeah, I know
Before
you did.
this bullshit started.
I was wondering why you were lying.
Yeah, no, that's right. I watched the first 2 games.
Well, it's before the Trump started. It made it worse. Well, he didn't make it worse. He just brought more attention to it.
Yeah, he didn't make it worse. He told them, for Christ's sakes, just fucking do it.
Play ball.
What is the fucking problem? I personally don't get it. Because...
Well, it's like white guilt. Now, look, they said these black people are getting the same thing. When they get a lot of money, they feel guilty. Because there's a lot of blacks that are poor.
Then help them.
No, they won't help all of them because that's too much money. They'd rather give to a cop killer because that's only a few bucks.
Well, do you know what it is? Is they want to make a statement with doing no work. 0 work. How much fucking effort does it take to kneel down? That's what it is. They want attention, and they don't like the idea that a lot of people are pissed about it. Well, too fucking bad. Their freedom of fucking speech doesn't trump my freedom of speech. I don't like it. And what I'm going to do is, yeah, there you go. I'm going to use my dollars to tell them how I feel about it. I'm not going to go out there and protest or make some kind of stupid fucking,
I gotta kneel.
yeah, some stupid fucking statement. I'm just going to use my dollars.
Well, like I said, they don't give a shit about the country. They don't give a shit about the people that are fighting for the country.
No. And do you know what I get a kick out of is when they say, well,
you know what they care about is cops killing black people, but yet they kill more white people than black people, but that's not part of their program.
Look,
they just want
racism. Victimhood.
Yeah,
they want to be a
That's what the Democrats have turned all the inner cities into, victims.
Yeah.
They're all victims.
Yep, of the fucking horrible
of their own race.
They did it to themselves. It wasn't the white man that fucking brought Chicago down.
Right.
It wasn't the white man that brought Detroit down.
Flint, Michigan. These are all Democratic run for at least 50 years.
And their people, the people they vote for, sell them out constantly.
And they do it each and every election. That's the only time they get attention. They have a freebie, vote for me. Have a freebie, vote for me.
Democratic politicians laugh in the face of these people, and they still vote for them. And I'll tell you what, I don't think like that, because there's a ton of people on the Republican side that I would love to fucking kick right in the face.
Oh, yeah. Rand Paul, fucking John McCain. He's a piece of shit if I ever met one.
Yep, I'm Paul Ryan.
POW.
Mitch McConnell.
He was a fucking songbird.
Lindsey Graham.
Yep.
That fucking...
Susan Collins.
Oh, my God, I've got so many things I would like to say about Lindsey Graham, but I have to say allegedly in front of every single one of them, because I do not want to get in trouble. But if he doesn't look like the composite picture of every fucking child rapist, I don't know who does.
Exactly.
Does that guy, once again, I'm not saying he's ever done anything like that, but he looks like every fucking diddling douche fuck you ever seen on the news. And he is a confirmed bachelor, Jim. And we all know what a confirmed bachelor is.
I think I am. I don't know.
No, you've been married.
That's right, I'm a divorcee. I'm a divorcee.
Yeah.
Twice.
Liberace was the confirmed bachelor. Oh, when's he gonna meet a nice woman and settle down? Never!
He did. It's in his head.
Never! He's gay. He's dead, but...
That's something I heard on the news this week. I think it was in Massachusetts, that or maybe it was the federal government, that if you got a transgender and you don't call them by their right pronoun...
Oh, California, yeah, you can go to jail.
Up to a year in jail.
Yeah, I would say, do you know what, first of all...
And it was aimed at the medical workers.
I would take that to the Supreme Court.
Absolutely.
And
there's no reason you're going to be forced to join some other guy's delusion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not playing that part.
That's exactly how the Supreme Court would see it. We don't have to make pretend like you do. You fucking idiot.
If you got a dick, you're a male.
Yeah, you're a mister.
Exactly. You're a he.
If you got a vag, you're a missus.
And if you don't want to be called it, if you don't want to be called he, then you're going to be called it. That's it.
Yeah, there's 3 alternatives. He, she, it.
No, because I'm not calling him a she. So it's either he or it.
Well, you're either a guy, a girl, or a fucking it. There's the 3 alternatives.
No, because if you're a guy and you want to call yourself a woman, that's not an alternative. You're not a she. You're an it or a he.
No, but I'm saying you're either. If you got a dick, you're a mister. If you got a vag, you're a missus or a miss.
Right.
And if you don't want either of them titles...
Scientifically correct. If you want to think you're a woman, I'm not playing your delusion.
No, that's right.
Okay, I'm not joining you.
That's right.
All right, and I have no fucking right to be compelled to join you.
To join in your fucking
delusion. Exactly. What are we, all psychiatrists now?
Yeah, no, do you know what? They expect us to just capitulate to their fucking nonsense.
Right.
It's like, no, I'm not... Look, like my buddy. I got a buddy, he's as liberal... Oh my God, he's fucking liberal.
You might want to come in and show your face so people haven't put a face to you.
All right, here we go. Dig the hat.
Don't tread on me.
Yeah. There we go. And he's as liberal gets. He's my friend. We've been friends since, just little kids. But he has swallowed the liberal fucking, hook, line, and sinker. He will not deviate on anything. I'll give in to points, all right? But he was talking about, because I don't believe in global warming. I'm a science denier, I'm this, I'm that, right? And I'm like, look, I don't want to pray at the altar of Al Gore, all right? I don't want to put my money in his collection plate. What are you saying, it's a religion? Yes. Global warming is a death cult. It's no difference, there's no difference between them and the Heaven's Gators, all right? They cut off their balls and fucking bought Nike sneakers.
And then committed suicide to chase the Haley Comet.
All right, so I'm a science denier because I deny global warming. But he, in respect, says that a guy that wears women's clothing and identifies as that is a woman. I'm like, wait a minute. It's got a dick. Well, it's still a woman. Then you fucking date it. Right. Would you date a woman with a dick? Well, that's up to personal preference. Not what I'm asking. Would you date...
You don't have the right to personal preference. All right? It's not a right.
No, but what the
it's
point
a thought.
The point I'm trying to get to is, right? He believes, supposedly, that if you identify with a woman, a guy as a woman, right? Then it's a woman. So, would you fuck that? It's a woman. Well, I'm married. No. Not about you. Are you married? Are you happy? Blah, blah, blah. If the hottest fucking tranny came up to you and you were single and everything, would you fuck it? No, because it's got a dick. All right? If you're not gay, right, you're not going to fuck it. Because it's got a dick.
So it's
not a she.
Well, that's just like saying it's scientifically a male. All right, that's
right. It's science. You cannot change
science.
Fucking chromosomes.
Right.
No matter
you
what
change
you
body parts, but you're still going to be a male.
If they DNA test you, right? Say there's a murder, right? You're a guy that identifies as a woman, right? And you commit a murder, and you leave DNA behind, right? Do you know what that guy that analyzes that DNA is going to say? A white male between the whatever. But it's going to say white male because that's what your fucking DNA is. And all the hormones in the fucking world are not going to change that. You have an X and a Y. You're a fucking dude. But science goes out the window for liberals when it comes to that.
That's what I'm saying. Now psychology's coming in. You're going to play along with this guy's delusion, and you're being compelled to do it. You know what I mean? Is that not asinine?
No, right. No. See, you are not compelled to do it.
They have if they're threatening with a year in jail.
First of all, if a judge ever imposed that sentence...
Well, it's law, so he has to.
Once
he has to.
Then, when I got out of jail, I would find that judge, right?
It's not up to the judge to fight the law.
And I would snap his neck.
No, I know. It's not up to the judge to fight the law. It's up to somebody...
No, they do it all the time. Judges say all the time, oh, no, I don't agree with that law. I'm not going to enforce it. DAs do it, too. Then they should do it on this issue.
Well, they can't be, because they can't be a judge if they can't. They're not being biased.
Well, they do it all the time.
Unbiased.
They do it all the time. I'm not going to enforce fucking immigration law. When they're a judge and they don't enforce that.
No, it's the DA that's not enforcing it.
Whatever.
It's not the judge.
Whatever.
One's a cop, one's a judge. Big difference.
It doesn't matter. Judges play advocacy from the bench all the time, then do it the other way. Say, no, I'm not fucking imposing that sentence. That's ridiculous. You can't write an unconstitutional law.
That's grounds to be taken off your judgeship. So they're not going to do that.
Then do you know what you do? You
They're
make a fucking stand. If you really believe in the law and you spent your life...
A judge ain't going to make a stand because they don't even know what protesting means.
You cannot implement...
They would do anything to upset their fucking day on the bench.
Putting somebody in jail for not using the right fucking
pronoun.
What? It is unconstitutional
from
the get-go.
And it's not freedom of speech. It's the fact that he is a he. All right, you're not making it up and calling no. Let's call him a she when it's a he.
Right, but the law itself is unconstitutional.
Right, it is.
So a judge is obligated not to.
It's what do you call it? Stepping on your rights so that you can give them their right. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work that way.
It's not. The law doesn't care about people's feelings, right? It cares about legality.
But that's what I'm saying. Psychology. They're going to try to shove. This would be the first one they'd be shoving into law when psychology comes in, playing into someone's delusion.
At a certain point,
we do that with every schizophrenic now. Every time they're talking themselves, we should join the conversation.
Trust me. Right now, there are lawyers heading to the Supreme Court to fight that. And they're going to win in the Supreme Court, and they're going to say, you can't have that law. It's unconstitutional.
Right, that's what...
Right now,
right, but the judges don't bring it up to the Supreme Court. It has to be somebody that's been arrested for it, and then he takes it up to the high
No, the law itself, as soon as you impose that law, You can fight that before it's effective.
Right,
anyway.
but you have to have somebody to case to
No,
fight.
it doesn't matter.
You got to present a case to the Supreme Court, not a law.
The
You
law
have to
itself-
have a case.
No, but the law itself is the case because it's unconstitutional.
Right, but it have to have a person, a face behind it, somebody
no, it
that they
doesn't.
heard.
No, it
Yes,
doesn't.
it does.
No, it does
Yes,
not.
it does. It has to have a case number. It does.
The law itself gives it a case number.
Mm-mm.
Yes. Yes.
You have to. That's it. Why do you think that people have been waiting all these times and say, well,
I understand
this
what you're
is going
talking
in
about,
front of-
Roe versus Wade or
You
whatever.
have to have that.
No.
Yes, you do.
No. The complaint
Somebody
can
has to
on
be
the
hurt
law.
on a complaint. Somebody has to have been hurt,
It
deprived,
can be on the state.
screwed, cheated.
It can. You can just go after the
You
law.
just
for
can't go
yourself.
up and say, I'm going to detest this law and I'm bringing it straight to the fucking Supreme Court.
course.
You can't do that. You got to have a case. Case has a face.
No, it's better.
All
if
right?
you
It has to have a face.
It's still. And do you know what they'll do, Jim? They'll never put anyone in jail for it because as soon as they do, then they have a face for it.
No, but you have to have somebody get suing, somebody
go after
being
the law on
sued
its own
in order for it to get up
You
into
can go
the
after the law
Supreme
on its own
Court.
merit.
No, you cannot.
Yes,
No, you can't.
of course you can.
Make me an example.
When they outlawed same-sex marriage in California, they put up a bill. The people voted
There was
on
a
it.
face. Yes, there was. There was two people that got behind that. Somebody's case came up in front of the Supreme Court. Not the law, somebody's case that was based on that law.
You can go
That's
back-
all. That's what you're talking about. It's based on that law. But if you need two people or a person, somebody's got to come up. It's a case number. You need a person to come up with a case
North
number.
Carolina imposed term limits on their state legislature, right? And they ran down and filed, said, you cannot do that. There was nobody's face.
Yeah,
on
there
it.
was.
No. They went after.
They can't come into court and say, I want to do this unless that somebody got hurt.
No, because
You
if the
need
law
a
is
bitch.
unconstitutional.
You need a
from the
bitch to
beginning-
get into court.
No, you can do it.
No.
I'm not going to argue this forever.
I know. Like I said,
Because we're just arguing
you
now.
just
We
don't
go,
go into
"No,
court
you
and say, I
aren't.
want to
Yes,
fight
I
the
am."
law.
No, but I'm just saying, yeah, you can.
No.
But anyways, nobody in their right mind would ever impose that sentence because the second you do, you violated the First
You
Amendment,
just changed society.
and that's what they're out to do.
Yeah, it was social experiments.
They want to change the fabric of fucking.
Just like they want to do with the Boy Scouts now. Let's get the girls in there.
Yeah, I heard about that. A good way to end another fucking franchise.
The Girl Scouts, if the Girl Scouts are pissed.
They're pissed about it.
I don't
And good
blame
for them. They're supposed to be here, not there.
Talk about shitting on them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Where's Hillary?
Oh my God! And just imagine if it goes the other way. I'm here to sell you Girl Scout cookies. Hey, I'll pass on that. Oh my God! We are just fucking with everything. We really don't care anymore
Like I
as a
said, they
society.
have no basis of scientific theory for any of their experiments, but yet they do them anyway.
Yeah. Well, let's just see what happens.
Let's just see what
It's
happens.
like the crazy scientist.
Right.
Who gives a fuck? I'm not the one that's going to be affected.
That ain't gonna help girls to learn how to build a campfire. It's not gonna. They can do that in the Girl Scouts.
Like my buddy.
They just want to start. You know what they're gonna do? They just want to start sex earlier.
Well, the idea on that is because they've got a huge pedophile lobby, and they do. The Democratic Party has a huge fucking pedophile lobby. Oh, and the other thing was that I was talking about. My buddy was talking about that too. He's like I said, a super liberal, and we were talking about the climate change shit, right? And he's like, well, 97% of climate scientists agree it's happening. I'm like, of course they do. It's called fucking job security. And he's like, no, that's not what scientists do. They dispute each other's findings to make a name for themselves. I go, yeah, some do, and they do. But for the most part, when the government grant says, if you don't agree with this, you're not getting the money, there goes your fucking gravy train. Of course they're going to say there's global warming. What else are they going to say? Nope, don't exist.
Right.
So there goes the
Can't
government
prove it
grants.
is what they would really say.
Yeah, and the
You know what I
government
mean? It
grants
ain't that
would
it don't
dry up.
exist. It's just they can't prove it.
The money would stop flowing. That's
Well,
what
they
it's all
did. He
about.
stopped the Paris Accord. That's where the money
Right.
did stop flowing. Trump stopped
Right.
it.
No, but there's
That's
still...
billions of dollars he's
But that
saving
was to
us.
other countries. I'm talking
No,
about
that
the
was us
domestic.
paying.
Right.
The fucking biggest bill payer
We're
in there.
still paying fucking tons of global warming scientists that all agree that it's happening because the gravy train is still there. On our end.
We'll see.
Through college
Trump's getting ready to get into
campuses
the
and
regulations, and I bet you that'll be one of them.
Do you remember when all right, here's a prime example, Jimmy. Right, just give me 1 minute. Remember the movie Ghostbusters, the original one? And they were talking about going out on their own to open their own business. And Dan Aykroyd said it. He goes, if once you go into the private sector, they expect results. And that's why they're scared. How many college professors, right, could survive in the real world without their government grants and their institutions and stuff?
If they had to go out and get a real job,
What would they do?
they wouldn't do much.
No.
It would be what do you call it, low-paying job?
Yeah, they'd be lucky to get a job pumping gas and
Right.
fucking...
Because they got
New
no
Jersey.
experience or anything else but being a fucking dickhead.
Being an institutionalized douche fuck. That's it. They know no world outside the walls of academia.
Right.
That's it.
And they're useless in teaching it. That's it. So
Well,
they
that's-
never. You think it'd be years
That's
and
the
years
one
you'd
thing
be
you're
good at
supposed
something.
to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You think
Yeah.
they would get good at it?
No, they suck.
No, they know how to indoctrinate.
That's
what
all
they. That's what they got good at.
Well, because teaching is hard, Jimmy.
Right. Giving them
Indoctrination
choices and
easy.
options is a hard thing for a teacher to do. I can understand that. You got your own biases. All right, but to bring it out on your kids and make them
Yeah,
fucking feel the
leave
same
that
way
at
you
home.
do. Exactly. You leave that shit at home. Let these people make their own minds up.
That's what college is supposed to be about. Opening minds to all possibilities.
Right.
Not world ideology.
That's why they won't even debate in college anymore because there is no
Oh.
debating.
Well, look at when fucking Milo and Ann Coulter and stuff try to go to liberal
Right.
fucking colleges. They literally have to shut the place down.
Violence. And what side? The left.
Words of violence, Jimmy. Words of violence.
That's all
their
you got
theory.
there.
That's their theory. Well, why should we have the discussion? It's over. We're right and you're wrong. That's how they think.
And if you think you're going to talk here tonight, no, because we're going to smash it, burn it.
We're going to shut it down.
We're going to shut it
We're
down.
not going to allow other speech than what we want to hear.
This is totally opposite of what it was in the 60s. We were looking for free speech. We
Yeah.
were looking for two sides. Here, everybody's trying to shut down. There, we were trying to open people's minds.
But see, the fucking thing is, right? Even back then in the 60s and shit, they really didn't want an open dialogue. It was the man and
Yeah, but in the 60s, the violence is
You could
because the
have an
cops
open
started
dialogue.
it. You know what I mean? They didn't go down the street and start violence on their
Right,
own.
no, but I'm saying you could, in the 60s, you could have an open dialogue. But the left didn't like it. The hippies didn't like it. They wanted only their speech. But at least they would tolerate the other side.
Well, cops used to get away with police brutality in the 60s, and everybody turned a blind eye because they think the only one they were doing it to were criminals.
Right.
But which we found out later it ain't. I mean, they were doing it to anybody they just didn't like.
Anyone that stood in their way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or anybody
And
they
I
didn't like.
totally agree with that. And believe me,
Cops
I
haven't
believe-
changed much either.
I
Let me
believe
tell
in
you.
law enforcement. But yeah.
You need law enforcement. I don't believe in these law officers. I don't believe in their rules of engagement.
No.
I don't buy any of that shit.
I don't like when they're clearly guilty and they get away with
well,
it.
that's because, like I said, that's because of the rules of engagement.
I want them to be treated the way I would be.
Guy doesn't even have the knife. It doesn't even need a weapon in his hand, and they can shoot him.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Shoot to kill. Like I said, it's
and that's another thing. Shoot to kill is wrong.
It's the rules of engagements that they got.
Shoot them to
Our military officers and soldiers don't have them rules of engagement. All right, and they're being shot at by automatic weapons.
Yeah, not a guy with a fucking hoe in his hand.
Yeah, exactly, or a knife.
Yeah. Oh, totally agree with that. And the rules do have to change, and police officers need to be held accountable.
Exactly, because just recently, like I said, amongst all this shit, you'd think they'd put somebody up for as an example.
Well, how about like
you know
today?
What I mean?
The ruling here, well, not here in Massachusetts, but in Massachusetts, the guy that he clearly beat the bag out of that guy.
Right, after you get down on the ground and everything.
Yeah, fucking kicking him in the head and shit. And I'm like, he's going to be found guilty.
No, but they're saying that the cop was all riled up that he couldn't help himself, and that's why he's getting out.
Well, that's a bad thing. Well, he couldn't help himself?
Well, if it's good enough for the cops, what happened to the guy doing the chase? He's the one scared shitless.
Yeah. Well, he couldn't help himself, so let's let him off.
Right. You know what I mean? Oh, it's okay for the cop to do it, but
I agree
they can have a
that.
disorder, but the other guy can't because he's a criminal. He forfeits all rights.
He should have been taken into custody and tried and prosecuted. That's fine. But what the cop did, totally wrong. Totally wrong and not held accountable.
And I bet you they're winning the civil case.
That's why I don't like the way things are. I want a cop to be treated the same way I am in the fucking
right. Otherwise, they're going to treat you different because they're being treated different.
Yeah.
All right.
It gives them a sense of.
That's it. You do as I say, or I'm going to bust your fucking head.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's on video because they're going to let me go.
Right.
I mean,
it gives them a lot of balls. Like I said, they're just harassing citizens. We're citizens. We're not fucking combatants.
Yeah.
We're not the enemy.
Yeah. We're not.
We're not ISIS. We're not fucking. Wherever else we're being up there in Afghanistan.
No, you got a job. Do your job, and do it right. I'm a firm believer in that. Like on my job, I don't get stoned. I don't drink because it's not allowed. Well, even if it was, I wouldn't. But the point is, it's not allowed. And if I get caught, I'm going to get fired. They should get held to the same fucking standards I am. And prosecuted when they fuck up. Well, we beat that into the ground. What do you got next, Jenny?
Commercials.
Oh, all right. There you go.
Folks, we'll be back. Well, we're staying here on...
yeah, we're going to stay here on Facebook.
I'm going to have to leave the room for the other one.
All right, that's fine.
We'll be back.
All right.
Nice shooting. Hey, that's a sweet AK-47 chest rig. Is that multicam?
Yep, got it from StrikeHardGear.com.
Strike what?
StrikeHardGear.com.
Set your sights on StrikeHardGear.com. Tough, tactical gear for your Soviet-style weapon that's made in the USA. Affordable, plus a no-questions-asked 30-day money-back guarantee and lifetime replacement warranty. StrikeHardGear.com. Go ahead. Pull the trigger.
Are you hangry? Know the signs. Uncontrollable yelling.
Why aren't you egg rolls?
Hallucination.
Sushi.
Pants discomfort.
I hate you, pants.
Hangry. It can happen to anyone. Fortunately, there's E24, the app that tells hunger to shut up.
Egg rolls. Thanks, Snoop.
E24. In my medical opinion, it's the best way to order food online, baby.
Everyone, you got the 215 out. Doesn't matter what kind of sandwich, sir. I'll explain later. Thank you, sir. Jimmy John's. Come in. Sir, did you know your house is on fire? Yes, I did. Grab a bucket. Jimmy John's. Come in. Sir, did you know your house is on fire? Grab a bucket. Jimmy John's. Come in. Sir, did you know? Yes, I did. Grab a bucket. Jimmy John's. Come in. Sir, did you? Yes, I did. Grab a bucket. Fire department. Come in. Sir, did you know you? It's okay, Captain. We got it handled. Care for a sandwich? Thanks, but tell me something. Shoot. Why didn't you call the fire department first? I did. Jimmy John's, America's favorite sandwich delivery.
Hey everyone, I want to tell you all about an amazing salon. Joyce's, located at 132 Ferry Street in Everett, Massachusetts. Joyce's specializes in the latest techniques in coloring, styling, cutting, and beach waves. Joyce's features Sukesha all-natural nutrient products and organic color. Joyce's full-service spa and salon, located at 132 Ferry Street, Everett, Massachusetts. 617-387-6688. Specializing in you.
Hey there, all you creepy people. This is Kevin Wayne from Portland, Oregon. You're listening to Armed Radio, home of the big guns.
That's something that might go through. That's something maybe we can get through.
I think we can get Democrats on that. It's for the middle class. The Schumer keeps saying it's for the rich, and so does the Pelosi.
Yeah,
but a lot of Democrats ain't buying that, especially the ones that are up in the red states. They're not going to buy it. They're going to jump ship.
I think they are on it because it's something that they can all get on.
You know McCain's going to jump ship. You know Collins going to jump ship.
Oh, she's...
You know what I mean? And you got Rand Paul.
Do you know what? I think Rand Paul would be cool with that. He's a libertarian.
Well, then we might have this.
Yeah, Rand Paul. Actually, I like Rand Paul. There's a few policies he has I'm not high with. And I don't like the way he just keeps stuffing it to the president on the healthcare thing. Let's do something. Right. Something's better than nothing. But overall, I think he really does care about the American people.
Who?
Rand Paul.
Oh, yeah.
I think he'd definitely get on board with tax.
Well, he didn't fuck up the health care bill. It was John McCain that did that. He did that for attention. He's just...
Yeah, but Rand Paul wasn't on board with it either.
No, I know, but he voted for it. Not the last one. The one before that where John King stuck his fucking thumb down.
Oh, okay, yes.
Rand Paul went along with it.
Yeah, because he thought it was something that could get fixed down the road.
Right, exactly. And John McCain.
He's just...
piece of shit. And then telling Schumer, let's see him make America great now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Piece of garbage.
How's that fucking brain tumor working for you? Jesus, I don't even...
That can't kill him quick enough for me.
Oh, God, no. No. I don't even
Thank
believe
God
in God,
he's got it. I'm glad
I don't
he
even
does.
believe in God, but you know what? Thank you, God. How's that?
I just pray nobody finds a cure for it from now to the day he dies.
And then the next day they find it.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be awesome.
I don't want him to be an experiment and see him drag on.
Yeah, his fucking daughter, she's just horrible too. What's her name? Megan?
Megan, yeah. I haven't seen her. She never come back.
No, she's on The View now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's on The View.
Oh, God.
She's the new conservative.
No, sir.
Yeah.
She's the fucking liberal.
Oh, my God.
Just like a dad.
Do you know what? I think fucking brain rot runs in the family. It definitely... It sounds hereditary to me.
That's McCain, the liberal. He's got his daughter on the fucking View.
Oh, yeah.
What an asshole.
He is
I
a
didn't
piece
know
of
that.
shit.
I was wondering where she went.
Yeah, and we did a whole show on John McCain. We dedicated a whole hour to that.
Yeah, the forest, though.
So if you want to look it up, please do.
I don't remember what date it was.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, I
I mean, either. But it was, and we're going to start doing more of that in the future. We're going to just take a politician, and liberal, conservative, and we're going to dissect them.
Hi, Joanne. How you doing? Nice to see you watching.
So what do you think of Jim? Is he a looker or what?
Yeah, I know. I've obviously changed.
He dressed up for the show, so.
Yeah, and this is my new pad. You like my plywood background?
Yes. I told you to put the green screen down, but you didn't listen, did you?
No, I should have put it down. Oh, actually, what happened in the football game? Son of a bitch, we missed the anthem. You weren't watching.
No, I wasn't watching.
I want to see
I
what
got a
happened
fucking
tonight
show
on
to
the
do
Panthers
here.
game.
Oh, sorry. They probably just didn't show it. But if somebody knows otherwise...
Everybody was waiting to see what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Who cares? I don't even give a fuck anymore. I'm done with football. I'm fucking done. And I loved football. It was like my Sunday.
Well, I'm not watching any of the other games anymore.
I'm not watching any of them.
Well, I'll watch the Patriots.
Nope, not watching the Patriots either. Fuck.
Well, if they start nailing, then I ain't going to watch them.
I'm done with the NFL. I made a commitment, and I'm sticking to it. Kind of like my marriage. But this one, I'm actually going to stick to.
But this is the only time I turn my TV on in the house is football season.
Yeah. And Julia Child.
You know what I mean? I don't have cable anymore. Everything's over the airwaves.
It sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking.
I could buy a half ounce instead of buying cable.
Yeah.
What are you shitting me?
What am I going to watch the History Channel and see a fucking show where guys are making knives?
Yeah, but I can see the History
competing?
Channel on Netflix for $8 a month.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
That's what I mean. I don't
In
need
YouTube,
this.
I can YouTube anything I need
you
to
want.
see.
Right.
Fuck this. You know what? All the cable networks suck. It's all reality.
Get rid of your cable, everybody.
Yeah. Fuck Xfinity.
Go to YouTube. I don't know what, Netflix. I don't know what Hulu's got, but I know Netflix is great. It's got to go all series of, even on the regular channels.
But if you feel the need to have cable, DirecTV is the way to go.
But even Netflix plays HBO stuff.
Well, I'm just saying, DirecTV's a hell of a lot better than Xfinity.
Yeah, I suppose.
Fucking ain't right it is. Do you know how they keep the prices down? Is when a channel says, I want more money, DirecTV tells them to go fuck themselves. And they take the channel off the lineup for like 3 or 4 days. And then the channel gives in. And they don't have to pass the cost off to the consumer. That's what I love about them. They really stand. Oh, and another thing. They're going to give rebates to people that bought the NFL package because of the protests and stuff.
Right.
If you want to get out of the deal, they're going to let you out of the deal. All you have to do is reference the fact that you didn't like what they did with the Pledge of Allegiance. I think that's pretty cool of them.
Pledge of Allegiance or the anthem?
The anthem. I'm sorry. The anthem. I'm sorry. The national anthem.
Right.
They're going to let you out of the NFL package. And trust me, that's expensive.
Right. And I'm
really
surprised
expensive.
they gave the money back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very unusual. So,
Because
I bet you their owner was just like Trump, and he's probably a friend of Trump.
And not to mention the fact he's probably thinking this is a good business deal. Because now they're going to see we're loyal to our consumer.
Exactly.
And they're not going to switch.
And that's what everybody's looking for. Like Trump, he swore to allegiance to the American people.
Yeah.
And he's fulfilling every chance he possibly can.
He's trying his
hard out.
And also,
and look what's fighting it. That's why a lot of people respect him. Look at what he's getting. The media, every day, constant bombardment.
It's just ridiculous.
It is over and over.
And it's one false fucking story after another.
Well, and even Kelly today during the press conference,
yeah.
Get better sources.
Yeah.
Because the ones you got now, they doing shit.
Gotta keep the digs going.
He goes, that's what frustrates me. They're all asking, is he leaving because he's frustrated? No, the only thing that frustrates me is when I read these stories that ain't true.
Yeah.
He goes, that's what frustrates me.
And it's like, well, we had our sources. 3 people were in the room at the time.
Yeah.
What 3?
Yeah, exactly.
They were in the room? Name them. There was only 10 people in the room. Name the 3 that... Name them. Well, we can't give up confidential sources. Then why are we supposed to believe them?
Right.
If you don't... Look,
but
if you're going to have the balls
but you know what it is? They're getting the sources, but the sources are bragging. They're overstating what they heard. and they're giving it to the paper. Paper prints it literally, but that's not like Trump said he wanted tenfold of nuclear weapons. He says, no, I wanted them perfected.
Yeah, I want them to work well.
Right. In other words, he was talking about that, and they took it as him he wants to tenfold somehow. They overstated, over-exaggerated what he said.
If you're in that room with Donald Trump, right, when he's saying shit like this, and you want to leak that information, fine. Put your fucking name out there. Put your fucking money where your mouth is.
So at least somebody can dispute it.
Right. We need...
It refreshes people's memory when you find out the person that was been talking. Now, you goes back to everything you said to that person, you know what I mean, and everything they've said to you.
This is how I'd say, well, there was 10 people in this room. Get out the fucking lie detector test, and we're going to put all 10 people on it. I want to know who the fuck has the balls to make up lies about me and then not back it up by using your name. Use your fucking name.
Which they want.
If I say something about, say, a murder trial, a murder case or something, right? I have to say my name in court. The fuck? I can't just, an anonymous source said. No. You have to fucking stand behind your fucking word, or it's worth nothing. Zero. Zilch. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the way government sees business as usual. It's not the way it was supposed to be. This isn't how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be better than this. When somebody gets the White House that you don't like, you're supposed to accept it, for better or worse. And I did with Obama for 8 years. I did not like the man. I despised the man. But he was at the fucking helm. But I mean, a lot of what he did was completely illegal. So that should have been challenged. But whatever he did that was legal, like passing Obamacare, it passed legally. It got through legally. So, I really couldn't cry about it.
Right.
I just wanted them, when other people got in there, they could fix it, get rid of it, whatever. But while the people that were in there that voted for it, that are our representatives, it did pass legally. Lots of other things. The Iran deal, it passed legally. I mean, it was the stupidest thing that was ever done.
Yeah, that's why Trump's decertifying it.
Yeah. And he needs to.
Yeah, and Iran say, well, then it's going to make Trump look like idiots for going back on a deal. Yeah, any country in the world, if they had this deal, they'd go back on it too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? So he can try to make us look like idiots. It's just not going to work. We don't want them having nuclear weapons, period.
Yeah.
All right, no more than we do North Korea, but we're a little bit ahead of Iran than we are in North Korea.
Yeah.
All right.
We can at least stop them.
Stop.
Because Israel is going to stop them. That's not speculation or nothing. Eventually, Israel is going to say enough's
and
enough.
I think Trump's setting it up for Iran so that Israel can go in and get them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'll tell you what, if Israel does it, they're going to do it right. It won't be a sloppy fucking episode. It will be done with precision. It'll be done right. They don't fuck around. All right, Jimmy, keep the people entertained. I got to whiz real quick. So.
You do? I got nothing to say.
Bring up something and just laugh.
The health care bill that Trump signed, executive order that he signed today. What was it? No, it was today, so that people could stay get a health care because ignorant John McCain, Susan Collins, and a few others that refused to vote for it, so he's got to do something to keep these people covered. And I give him credit for doing it. He didn't want to do it, didn't think he was going to have to do it if he got the health care bill that he wanted passed. But he had to do it on his own. Now would be a good time to roll a joint, see if I can't keep you entertained that way.
Really, Jim?
Yeah. How long you gonna pee?
Putting it away right now, brother.
No, the people know you don't shut the door.
Well, I was trying to keep the conversation going.
Yeah, I know, at least they can see where you're coming from.
Yes.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. Sorry, sometimes you gotta just go when you gotta go.
We got the little grinder here. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I like the idea of being able to buy insurance over state lines and shit. It's really gonna put.
Well, we've been talking about that for about a decade now.
Putting a boost to fucking states like Massachusetts.
But lobbyists have been paying our senators and stuff
York.
to make sure it didn't go over state lines.
Yeah, because why would you buy it in New York when you can buy it in Alabama?
Right. Well, that's why the lobbyists. Trump's getting rid of the swamp. He doesn't give a fuck what the lobbyists want, and he doesn't give a shit what these senators want because of the lobbyists. He's just doing it for the American people and the American people only.
The insurance companies have been.
And we should all be proud to have
forever.
a president that actually looks after the American citizens. We haven't had one of them in a long time.
Yeah, since Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
You know, fuck. And you know what? No matter if Trump fucking found the cure for cancer, they would fucking find out a way to fucking criticize him for it. Be like, oh, he's putting people out of work. That's
fucking, right.
You know,
the poor medical field. They spend billions in this R&D, and now all we need is a pill.
Yeah, they'd find a way to make it fucking against Trump. And the average person doesn't give a fuck.
We did drain the swamp. That's another thing. That's the swamp. We should be draining is the medical field, especially R&D with the pills and stuff, because they got inventions that will save people's lives, but the patents, they're being suppressed.
Yeah, of course.
Bought
they
out,
buy them out.
dumping them. You know what I'm saying? All because in the name of money.
Yep. Because it doesn't satisfy the status quo.
That's why I think the government should step in and say this is better for the safety of the people, the common good.
Yeah,
this is better than the common good. You cannot suppress
I don't like
it.
the government fucking telling anyone anything, but in this case, yeah.
Somebody's got to.
Yeah. We have a cure for something, you release it.
You cannot fucking suppress it. Like I said, and they can use the common good. They use the common good in a lot of things in law. That's why
they
I say
fucking
the
take
common
people's
good.
houses.
Right.
To fucking build a highway.
Come out with laws. Well, it's for the common good.
Yeah, I agree with that totally. They fucking... But isn't it funny? The only time they talk about the common good is when it's really not that good for you. Like Obamacare. Obamacare was for the common good.
You know, for the common poor is basically what that was for. They just wanted poor people covered. And they didn't give a shit who they had to make pay for it. They didn't give a shit how much they charged. And let's still stay with you can't go across state lines because the lobbyists are making sure they paid them that way.
Yeah, and making you buy an insurance policy.
And all it took was the stroke of a pen today to say, hey, no, we're going across state lines, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. The thing was, with Obamacare, it was making a fucking single white guy.
Obama wouldn't have done that because, like I said, all these lobbyists are paying all these
what I'm saying
Democrats.
is, you had to buy a policy, right, as a single guy for maternity leave. You know what I mean? It had to be included. It's like, why do I need maternity leave? The reason is, you pay for it so somebody else can get it for free. That's what it was all about. It was never about fucking lowering. Oh, what are you doing? It was never about lowering cost of insurance.
Hey, Ronnie B, how you doing? I see you.
It was never about making fucking healthcare more accessible. It was about control. It was about making people that didn't want certain things in their lives having to accept it. Like making churches pay for contraception and stuff, which is fundamentally against
yeah.
It was a way to say this is the heavy hand of government.
Well, separation of church and state, and this government come in and said, "No, you got to force these people to take contraception." Oh,
you're paying for it,
right?
Yeah. And they're like, "Well, we don't believe in it," and they were like, "Well, we don't care."
Exactly, the government attitude. We don't care.
Yeah, the heavy hand of government.
We're the government. That's what they fall back on. We're the government.
And what they used to do it was something fundamental. Healthcare. Everyone likes to think that if they get sick, somebody's going to be there to take care of them. But what they did was they turned...
Joe wants you to come in and do a cameo. Come on, see the camera.
Jesus Christ. There, Joe. Are we better now? Is this what you wanted to see? Of course it is. We know that. Oh, a goddamn good-looking guy. But they wanted to use healthcare with a gun pointed at you. This is how it's going to be, or you're not getting it. It would almost be like using food. If you want to eat, you have to be a vegan. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or you starve. Because that's how we believe you should live. Not about personal choice. Not about letting me buy what I want, what I think I need for healthcare. It's you telling me I have to buy a healthcare plan that covers contraception and maternity leave and stuff I'm never ever going to use.
I know.
Yet I have to pay for it. And the reason is I'm paying for somebody else's insurance policy. And I don't want to play. I don't want to play that game. I want to buy insurance for me. Me. Not for somebody else that lives somewhere else that I've never heard of. I want to buy it for me. What other subjects do we have left, Jimmy?
We don't have any more.
What, we run out?
Yeah, we got about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
What do we want to talk about?
Well, I'd like to throw a shout out to the troops.
Troops, that's true.
Yeah. Serving here and overseas.
Over abroad, yeah.
And, oh shit! We're getting rid of the pig. My wife fucking took in a pig.
Potbelly.
Yeah, it's gone.
Well, it's only 2 months old.
Yeah, it can't be gone soon enough.
I got to see it the other day. Got to pat it and stuff. They're nice. I mean, they're actually clean. You know what I mean? Farmers and whatnot, ranchers, they stick them in the dirt and the mud and they make them dirty. But actually, pigs are pretty clean animals.
The only reason I wanted to keep the thing was to fucking annoy the shit out of my Muslim neighbors. Oh, boy. Start walking that around the neighborhood.
Yeah, they must love that.
And you know what? They are right. Fucking things smell like hell. Don't smell like bacon.
All right, it's time for us to go. You want to say goodnight?
Yeah.
We'll catch you again next Thursday, everybody, at 8 o'clock.
Peace out.
Good night.
I was young. I was foolish. I was angry. I was fun. I was charming. I was lucky. Tell me how.